Hello there, welcome to the kitchen of Full Moo Fitness. We are making egg bites. So the recipe I am creating, anyway, is from the Glucose Goddess Method. I'll link it below if you're interested. It's a cool book, actually. What's her name? Yes, Jessie Inchauspé. I don't know how to say her last name, but anyway, I'll link it below. It's a great book. Talks about how to, not spike your glucose by eating food just a way of eating through the day and just in general. And anyway, it's a good read and it's not overwhelming. It's a great book. But what of course caught my eye was the egg bite recipe. And you can get the egg bite recipe, any egg bite recipe online, but they're not hard to make. But hers is nice and simple and easy, and it was in the book, and so we're gonna do that one. So you don't need a lot of stuff, and as I said in my last video where I mentioned the egg bites that we're now making today, you can totally mix up what you put in the egg bites. You don't have to put anything in there but the egg if you want. If you want it plain, that's fine. Today we are going to use a combination of, I have, what is this, avocado oil. You could use olive oil, whatever kind of oil you want. I find avocado oil is just a bit cheaper than olive oil. Basically, that's why I tend to get it sometimes, and it's good for you, in moderation. Feta, we're using some feta, and a pepper. And this recipe calls for broccolini, which sometimes I can't always find at the grocery store. It's hit and miss, so I'm using broccoli. Totally fine. I have this little guy here that I want to use up. Should be enough for what we're doing. And then I have mushrooms. I like cremini. I think the recipe calls for button mushrooms. I'm using Chrissy. I'm already being a rebel and using a different kind of mushroom. And then eggs, of course. Free run eggs whenever possible I try to use. Butter. Butter is to put in the frying pan. I mean, you could probably use, the oil is actually to brush the egg cups instead of for the frying pan, but you could totally use the oil for the frying pan too. Just says butter in the frying pan. You could intermix, that's not a word, but you could use whichever or both or whatever, but as we go, we'll go. Anyway, I'm also, it's a green onion. Now this looks a little pathetic, I know, but often, look at this nice green, there is green under there. Always see if you can use vegetables that look like they're going bad, but they might not be, because if you just keep peeling back, I find with green onion, there's some goodness still under there. I'm gonna find out. If not, I do have another bunch in there, but waste not, want not, right? So we're gonna get started. What you also need is muffin cup thing, muffin pan. This is silicone, whatever you call it. You can totally use a regular one, but you may kick yourself for doing that. It just might be harder to get the egg bites out. It might be a big mess. They might get stuck to the pan even with oil. I don't know. I find silicone, this is the best way to go. This recipe calls for a six cup one, and mine's the classic 12. So this recipe calls for 12 eggs. We're actually just gonna use 10, because I find once you put all the ingredients in with the eggs, that's totally more than enough for 12 of these. So yes. You might be wondering what size are my eggs. I don't really, these ones say large white eggs. They could be small brown eggs. It doesn't really matter what size eggs you use. If you're using smaller eggs, just kind of, you'll find out how many fill the cups. I don't even look at the size of eggs when I get them. I don't really look at the color either. I am not egg racist. Anyway, we're gonna get started. So the first thing we're gonna do is we're going to brush the oil into the cups. So what I am doing, I'm just gonna dab a little bit into the middle cups. Probably doing too much here, but you get the idea. Just in the middle one. And then what I'm gonna do is take the brushy thing and I'm gonna disperse from the middle to the outside cups. And I'm don't splash yourself, but I'm kind of trying to, move it around a little bit. So that's what we're doing here. So once that's done, you want to get the sides and the bottom as much as you can. It doesn't have to be perfect. You just want to make sure your little egg cups come out a little easier. And then, so then you put that aside. Easy peasy. So then we're going to start frying the vegetables in the frying pan. Once the butter is melted, or as it's melting, you can start chopping the things. So we're gonna add the mushrooms, the pepper, the broccoli, and the green onions all in there. And we're just gonna let it, soften and cook. 5 minutes or so. Again, depends on your stove how fast it goes with the cooking of the things. So I'm going to wash my broccoli in 2 seconds. Ta-da! I've washed my broccoli. Just leaving out all those annoying little steps you don't really need to see. I have washed my broccoli. There you go. Broccoli is washed. So what I'm doing, because this isn't broccolini, I think is like baby broccoli kind of thing. I don't know, similar. But anyway, you just want to, because you're making egg bites, you want to make sure that you chop up the broccoli small enough so that you don't have giant chunks in your broccoli in your muffin cups when you know. So I'm just basically making it as small as I can, and you could still have little tiny florets, whatever you call them, in the broccoli, but just tiny. Like you don't want a big chunk of broccoli taking up too much space in your muffin cup with the egg. You want to make sure there's room for other stuff in there. So just chop it up. I'm massacring my broccoli right now, and leave some of those little tiny stalks in there too. Those are so good for you. Not huge thick ones, because again, you want to leave space, but just, you know, you don't just need the very, very tops all the time. So it's about that small. In relation to my hand, I have chopped them up, you know, not too tiny, but tiny enough, you know. So then we come to the mushrooms. Again, this recipe calls for button mushrooms. You can use any mushrooms you like. I think I read somewhere that cremini mushrooms were particularly good for you. I forget why, but anyway. Whatever mushroom floats your boat. Because again, these are egg bites, they're small, and I'm just doing 12. These are 2 kind of decent sized mushrooms. Really don't need any more than that, because I'm going to chop them up pretty small. There's going to be lots of argument under this video, maybe not over time, about do you wash mushrooms or just brush them? Do you get them wet or do you not? I wash my mushrooms in water. Yes, I do. Because of the poo. Poo on mushrooms. I don't know if there is. But anyway, I do. So deal with it. Washing in 3, 2, 1. See? Done. See, they're glistening. I washed them. And I really just rinse them. I don't go crazy because, you know, taking off the little bottoms, boop, that's really fun to do. I find popping the stalks out, it's fun. Anyway, so I'm chopping up the mushroom nice and thin, and then you might do it the other way too. You just chop them up however you want. Remember, you want them to fit in your little muffin cup, so the oven's ready. I'm chopping them up nice and small so that they're gonna fit in my muffin cups. All right, pepper, time for the pepper. Again, you might just do mushrooms and broccoli and that's it. You don't have to put anything else in your egg cups. It's totally up to you. You are in charge. You could add cauliflower. That's all that's coming to mind right now, but I know a lot of other vegetables exist. Anyway, potato. Oh, I did potato once. It was really good. Should have done that today. Oh well. Anyway, sweet potato, whatever. Anyway, washing this in 3, 2, 1. Ta-da! Washed and covered myself in water. So, I only need like 1/4 of this pepper. Again, want to make space for your egg cups and their cup of jings. So, just chop up your bell pepper into teeny tiny little cubies. Ta-da! Do you ever just sit down with a cup of tea and watch people cooking stuff on TV and have no plans of making it? It's just relaxing to watch. Yeah, I know, me too. I hope you do make this though, it is good. Anyway, into the frying pan it goes. Alright, then we have these sad little guys. I'm going to not bore you with the process of me peeling back to see what lies underneath, but we'll see what happens when I'm done. 3, 2, 1. Look at that! Nice and green under there. It's like they kept growing. Look at this. Where is it? Look at this. Look, it was growing. Like, it's alive. Look at that. Don't waste your food. Check it first. Awesome, awesome. So exciting. So, that could have been hit or miss, but we saved them. We recycled. Anyway, we saved the green onion. Okay, so while that's cooking, we're going to need a bowl to put all the eggs in. So I'm just gonna crack all them eggs into that bowl and try not to get any eggshell in there. Now we do the whisking. You will need a whisk, Okay, remove the whisk carefully. We're gonna add the feta in with the eggs. So I'm putting the measurements up as I add ingredients on the screen for you. As you can see, I've made these quite a few times. I just eyeball it now. I might not even be doing as much or as little as it says, but it doesn't, again, you can't really screw these up. If you add a little more or a little less, it doesn't really matter. This is one of those crumbly fetas that comes with the liquid in it. I have another one in the fridge that doesn't come with the liquid in it. It doesn't matter, as long as it's feta. It doesn't even, you know, it doesn't even have to be feta. What if you used Gruyere? I don't know. Yeah, it doesn't matter. So I'm just crumbling it in there. So now we take the things that are frying on the oven stove off the stove to let them just cool for a few minutes. In reality, I'd probably just leave it a few seconds, but a few minutes if you can to let it cool down before you add it to this. Okay, it's all in here now. So now we're just gonna giving it another quick stir with my knife for good luck. Then we're gonna put these in the egg cups. So what I like to do is get one of these kind of smaller side ladles if you happen to have one, and just do 1 scoop in each cup, and then once each cup has 1 scoop, add a bit more after that. And you just kind of try to even it all out. Typically this should fill 12 cups just right. Let's find out. Okay, once those are in the oven, they're gonna be in there for 15 to 17 minutes. This is according to the recipe I'm going by the way. I'm putting them in for 15 minutes just to check on them, and then if they need that extra 2 minutes or so, I'll leave them in there. So now we wait. So, I don't know, we could like dance. Well, I think they're done. Let's check and see. Okay. These actually look pretty good at 15 minutes. This is kind of what you want them to look like. Boop, boop. Nice and tough. Obviously let them cool for a little bit, and then if you have one of these kind of drying rack things, very helpful. If not, just give them a little more time to cool before you then pop them into containers to put in your freezer. Well, there you have it, folks. Egg bites. I hope you enjoyed this little egg bite montage kind of a thing. So yes, you can make as many of those as you want. You can make several batches at once, put them in the freezer, and you're good to go. I usually take one out the night before, put them in the fridge. By the morning, they're good to go in the microwave, or you could eat them cold. I don't, but you could. And yeah, there you go. I hope you have an excellent day.